this is Sheila with Stamping Wishes. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to make our own DSP. I did stamp some previous to this, and I do have a card and envelope. I'll show you after I show you how you can make your own DSP, and it's quite reasonable. And there's so many stamp sets out there that you could make that would be feminine or masculine. Different occasions, depending on if you're, let's say, the dinosaurs for the kids and stuff like that. So today we're going to be using the Floral Essence set, and I'm also going to be using, this is the Floral Essence, and I'm using this particular stamp from Delightful Day, and I just liked it because it gave a little bit of texture to it. I actually saw this color combination that we're going to be using today on, I don't know if it was a YouTube or it was Pinterest, and the lady's web page started with Artful something another, and I'm sorry, I just didn't write it down. I glanced at it, thought, oh, what a pretty color combination, and thought I'm going to try that. So let's go ahead and give this a whirl today. Now on this, you'll want to be sure, because these are all photopolymer stamps, and we're going to be using Highland Heather, Basic Gray, Seaside Spray, and So Saffron. Make sure you have your little cushions behind so that you get a nice full impression. We will be doing second generation stamping with our colors today, and be sure that you hold your colors down for a your 10-second rule, only because you want the intensity of that color to come off with your first generation of stamping. So then we're going to come up and just second generation. There we go. And it's okay if it's pale, because there's going to be layering going on here, and it just makes it a little bit more interesting. Okay, so let's go ahead, and I think we'll do this one about here. But it's a lot of fun. I don't know if you have ever done that or tried it to make your own DSP, but definitely give it a try. There's so many different designs out there you can do, and color combinations, and where you wouldn't think that these particular colors go together, they come together really very pretty. So be sure and try, challenge yourself to a few of the different colors and see what you come up with, because it maybe at first you'll think, I don't know if I like that real well, but that's okay. Keep working with some of your colors, and you may be surprised how much you do like it once you get done with it. But I love to make my own DSP. I love our Stampin' Up! DSP as well, but it's just kind of fun to come up with your own, and then come up with a card design with it. It's always a lot of fun to do that. And then you can use that same design when you make your envelope. And what's nice about it too, the paper that you make this with, you may cut out certain areas of the paper, and then you'll want to use that for your inside of your card and for the outside of the card. So there'll be different things, and I think we'll go with one more generation there. And let's go here. I think what we're going to do is, let me get my scrap over here. I'm going to stamp off once and then come over into this area. Kind of fill in a little bit of my second generation colors that I want to use. And be sure and just change your stamp around to different angles and positions. That's what kind of makes it fun. This is your design, so just go along with what feels right. Okay, let's go ahead and switch over our colors, and I'll clean this one off real quick. I think we'll go with the Seaside Spray next, and there again we're going to be doing first and second generation stamping on it as well. be any on there. We're going to use the smaller flower this time. And let's start it up here. And then go over here. And right now, what you kind of do is start filling in this pattern of different colors, and then we'll bring some leaves into it. And you can do the whole page if you'd like, or you can do just part of a page. Sometimes I like to use like half of a sheet and do this with, but if I, feel like I'm going to have a lot of different cards to make, then I'll go ahead and use it even more than that. So let's bring in, I'm get like something about like here, and then let's bring it over here. Would be nice. I think we could even do one right there. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to stamp off again so I can get a little bit more of that second generation in here. Let's go with one more of the brighter colors and bring it in about here. Okay, I think that looks good. So let's go ahead now and start bringing some of our leaf work in. And we've got two different leaves that we're going to be using. So let's go ahead and use our basic gray for that. So let's line this in. All right, so let's go ahead and do this. Now I don't want the bottom of this on, but I don't always get a clear print by just going to the edge. So I go ahead and do it, and then I just wipe it off, and I've got a rag over here that I wipe my fingers off with. And again, it's so that these will nestle into the picture without having stems sticking out. So let's go ahead and bring that in there. And wipe off again my stem. Let's bring it right about here. And it's okay. As you see, I'm coming in over some of the floor work, and that's okay because usually leaves will layer over. The further out you get on the page is where you want to use your second generation stamping, because the further out you get, of course, the lighter it gets. And so let's go ahead and bring this here. Bring this in here. Isn't that looking gorgeous? And what would really be pretty here is when we get done is if we were to use some of our frosted white paint that Stampin' Up! Has in the catalog, and mix it with some alcohol and spritz this and make a beautiful shimmery texture. Let's go ahead and put this out here. And let's do this one here. Okay. We'll do this a couple of more, and then we'll go on to the other leaf. Let's bring this one right in here. And then I think this one will look good here. And I think we need one right over in here. So I said that was the last one, but that's the artist's prerogative. We will just put it where it needs to be. There, I like that. Okay, and we could probably go out one more time with it. Yeah, that looks good. All right, so now what we're gonna do is use our other kind of leaf and bring those closer in onto the flower. And there again, I mentioned it's okay if you go over another leaf or another flower, because this is what it's all about, is your layering of colors. Let's go ahead and do that here. And then bring this one in here. And then bring it over here. You kind of get the kind of a drift of a pattern here going on with the different leaves. And then I'll second generation a little bit, but I wanted to get my bold ones out first so I can get a feel for my placement for the other ones. Let's go ahead and put here, and maybe even here. Okay, now I'll go ahead and use my scrap again so that I can second generation on some of these other ones without a real bright color. I think we could use a little bit of the darker here. And let's bring that in there. Let's bring our darker here. And a little bit lighter here. Bring one more dark one out here. And then let's bring one of the lighter ones out here. All right, I think that looks good. So let's go ahead and move on to our yellow insert here. That's what we're going to do with our So Saffron. Just to add that pop of yellow in there, I think will be pretty. So let's go ahead. Hopefully I won't get my head in there. Trying to see where my, I guess it would help to put my glasses down. I'm sitting here doing it without my glasses, silly me. Okay, and again, you can second generation stamp that one as well, just to give that dimension. Okay, we've got a few more that we need to fill in there. So didn't this come out just gorgeous? I just love it. So let me show you what we did, what I did with a card with another piece that I had done previously. But here's the card, and I just think it came out so pretty. And what I did was to use the framelits from here, and I used this third from the outside as my centerpiece that I cut out the DSP with. And then the outside, I framed it with the basic gray and the Seaside Spray. And then I used our butterfly galas and made the two butterflies and colored my pearls with the blends. It was the Highland Heather blends that I used. And then here's the inside. I cut another piece of the strip here and used it on the side. And then, of course, I decorated the envelope with the same design that I used here. So it came out really, really pretty. All right, so until next time, happy creating and God bless.